Hello everyone, welcome to our real estate and mortgage market update. I'm Dave O'Hara, broker about Redlands Realty and Loan. We have three topics for you today. Firstly, 52% of millennials are remaining at home, partially because they believe you need 20% down. It's not true. There's over 140 different down payment assistance programs out there right now, and so that would require zero down payment. However, if you wanted to give them 3%, then there's a conventional loan for 97% loan to value. It's only 3% down. Of course, FHA is only 3.5% down. So needing 20% is a myth. You don't need it. It's nice if you have it, but you don't need it. Next is President-elect Biden. You know, he has his own real estate and mortgage ideas, and part of his package includes a $15,000 tax credit. Now, a tax credit is money that comes directly off the amount you owe the federal government, as opposed to a tax deduction comes off of what you earn. So it comes off, which reduces your taxable income, but a tax credit is even better, $15,000 right off of what you owe them. So that's one part of his three-tiered program. Next is Section 8 vouchers. So he wants to drastically increase the amount of money that goes to Section 8 recipients. You know, there are a lot of Section 8 recipients that qualify for that benefit that do not receive it because they just simply don't have enough money. So, in increasing that pool would allow more people to receive it, and also a segment of that Section 8 section is that the areas that these people want to live in that might be a little more costly or higher rents, those vouchers would be of a higher value. So, they would be able to not live in just the lower income areas. They would live theoretically anywhere they like, and those vouchers would take up that difference. So that's better certainly for the voucher recipients to be able to spread out. Also, single family residence zoning. So in cities and counties, there's zonings that restrict what can be built there. So single family residences, you simply can build a single family. In California, they also passed last year, year and a half ago, an ADU ordinance that you can build an accessory development unit in single family area zoning. However, Biden's idea is that they also, cities and counties also allow multi-family. So you could have a 4, 5, 6 unit in a single family zoning. So that increases the roofs for people. It's higher density population areas that it helps more people. So that's his idea on that. Okay, next, interest rates. Now, interest rates have been fantastic. The national average over the history of the United States, reference to mortgages, is 7%. Of course, Deborah and I bought our first house at 14%. But hey, if you can afford the payment, you can, and that's what the environment was at the time, so that's what you do. But the average is 7%. And the rates right now, of course, are around 3. They were a little bit lower. They always edge up a little bit during a presidential election. Right after the election is over and right about when the president takes office, then they start to come back down because people start feeling a little more easy about the transition and about the change. Also, coupled with that, of course, is the COVID epidemic, but we look to have a vaccine at least by March, perhaps sooner, and so that will ease some of that anxiety that everyone has. So I expect rates to continue to increase a little bit, but expect them to come down end of first quarter to second quarter next year. So of all those people that have equity that would like to consolidate and get rid of some of that debt at a low interest rate, now's the time. You know, the average loan to value in California is 66%. So there's a lot of equity out there and a lot of opportunity for people. Lastly, you know, and talking about interest rates, it feeds right into it, is that I get calls and have in the last couple of weeks several about foreclosures. Is there a foreclosure market coming up? Well, this is totally different than the financial debacle in 2008, 2010, wherever it was that you felt it the most. Property values fell precipitously back then. However, this is totally different. So interest rates are low for a lot of different reasons, but that doesn't mean it's going to cause a foreclosure market. Also, the forbearances that were granted earlier this year, March, are expiring and some are being renewed. That doesn't mean because you're in forbearance doesn't mean you're going to be in foreclosure. Also, foreclosures year over year are down 80%. They are up a tick month over month, and that's what you'll hear on the news because they just like to sensationalize it. But with interest rates being so low, with equity in these properties being so high, and with appreciation being so good, 6.77% over the last 10 years, very good. And I just don't see a foreclosure market happening. Now, surely there's always going to be a few foreclosures. There isn't going to be a foreclosure market. And if, Bill, Sally, Sue, the normal person is trying to compete with these investors to get foreclosed property, probably don't have a chance. So I wouldn't really consider it. It's not a good avenue. Anyway, hey, happy Thanksgiving. Have a fantastic time with the family. And hey, this is 2020, so it's going to be a fewer people at the dinner table, perhaps, but enjoy it. And there's always something to be thankful for. I know I certainly am. And thank you for tuning in. If you have gotten this from a friend or family member and you're meeting us for the first time, please feel free to follow, share, subscribe. You can find us on pretty much all social media about Redlands Realty, and certainly you can go to our website aboutredlandsrealty.com. If you want to send me a note, just go to the Contact Us section and type it out and send it over. Thank you for attending.